Hitch got the base camp, maps on the dash, coffee in a flask, yeah we're leaving fast. Cornwall cliffs or the lakes ahead, chasing sunsets, no regrets. Every mile we find a story, every smile adds to the glory. Cameras rolling, hearts are free, this is where we're meant to be. From base to beyond, we're living the dream. Two hearts, one road, one little machine. Every laugh, every face, every view we find. Dave and Caz on adventure time. From base to beyond, come along for the ride. England's open roads, the world on our side. We're chasing freedom under endless skies. From base to beyond, we're adventure.
Welcome everybody back to the channel, and on this video we're going to do a review of the Swift Basecamp 2, the 2025 edition. It's been almost a year since we've bought this caravan, and we got it in December. I know it's October at the moment, but we've almost done a year, and it's also been our first year of caravanning. So let's get into it. So guys, just looking at the front compartment, the storage locker. So the door bit is held on with these brackets, or these arms I should say, fastened into the GRP there, and it's on one gas strut, as you can see there. It is quite secure, it's not too bad. Don't forget this is GRP, so it is quite light, and then it's fixed onto the main body with these brackets and screwed in. Sort of looking at this lock now, I'm not actually a big fan of this lock. I think sometimes it's a bit tight, and if you have a look there, so when you pull it down, it goes into that did originally come off, and when we took the caravan in for some warranty work, we had to get that refixed. Not a big fan of that design, to be fair. So however, it is quite light, and then you just turn, open, as you can see, it lifts up quite easily. So if you have any mobility issues or anything like that, you know, that does lift up quite nice. So guys, let's look at the first thing is storage, the front storage compartment. And bodywork is I think it's an ABS, and that is GRP at the top. Quite roomy, got a gas bottle. There's also room for another gas bottle. We've also got the spare wheel as well. Well, front end, it's on an Alco chassis, so it's got the mechanism. So I forgot what it's called. So guys, one of the things that we did like about this Basecamp is the design of the wheels. Very nice. Quite a wide tyre as well, I think, compared to the previous models. So let's have a look at the outside. So all the decals are the blue, moved away from the orange. We do love these windows. We've had these windows open while it's been hammering it down, and no water gets in. Fly screens are really good as well. One site we went to, if you've seen our previous videos, we got an invasion of flies, and these did the job. They held up pretty well. So you have your toilet cassette in there. Again, I did a video on a mistake I made. I thought the toilet was part of the water system. It's not, and you actually fill it in there. I'm lucky enough to have a big enough drive where I can have the caravan on the drive, and I keep it powered up. Every week I just switch the power on, run the heating up during the winter. And then you've got your water and your shower there. And you have an outside light there. And you have an outside light there. So I'm going to hand you over to Caroline now to go through the interior. So Caroline, we've had the caravan now 12 months. We've done a quick review of the outside, all the locker at the front and the features. So now we're going to do the inside of what we really think. Now, we did a review when we first had the caravan and our newbie take on it. Yeah. So we've been out on loads of trips, haven't we?
Oh, loads.
And you've done loads of cooking and stuff.
I have.
So the cooking, the hob and the oven, what do you think? How have you found it?
I felt that this is absolutely fabulous. This is a brilliant workspace. The kettle does take up a lot of room on the one corner, but then I do have my draining board and my chopping board on here as well. For serving up, I do tend to use the sink cupboard cover, so for dishing up, but I can always just move the kettle out the way, the chopping board out the way, and still use that as well. So it's not a hindrance as such. It would be nice if you had a little pull down table just to open out, or even this wall was blank and you could actually fix a sort of table that would swivel round, so it would actually hover over, and that would be quite nice, and you could put your kettle on there, and then that keeps your workspace a bit more clearer. So that's one idea that I thought maybe I could just tweak a little bit, that could be good. Now, 3-ring hob, absolutely fabulous. They work really well. They're not on top of one another. You can get 3 pans on there without any issue, so absolutely fine. The oven, initially we did have a problem with it, but that got fixed under the warranty and it works absolutely fine now. And as you can see, I have my own little technique of making sure these don't fly around in the oven. So I put the oven gloves either side, so it's not going to mark and dent my side of my oven, so my oven stays nice and clean and tidy, and that's how I like an oven. The grill we use just for toast, things like that, and that's absolutely fine. They work really, really well. This little heat guard works absolutely fabulous, so if you do put anything on here, you're not going to burn your fingers and you don't get the heat coming back into your face or anything like that. So again, that's really, really good. I love these deep drawers because, as I said, they're nice and deep. Look at that, I can get absolutely loads of utensils in there, plus more if I wanted to. And then I've got all my pots and pans down in this one, which again, a really nice deep drawer, and as you can see, I've got my egg poacher and everything in there, so no issues there whatsoever. Again, I've got another little storage unit. I've got my water filter in there, I've got my little chopper in there, I've got a mini chopper in there as well. I've got some bags that I keep stored in there. We've got my tin goods, my carrots.
Pull out?
It pulls out to there.
So it's not, you can still walk past quite easily.
Oh yeah, definitely. Fridge, absolutely lovely. Love the fridge. Opens up nice and easy. Lots of storage here. I always put my vegetables and my potatoes in there. You've got your little freezer unit, which I put some little cool packs in there, so it helps keep it a bit more cooler, because I find that if you put the fridge on 3, it keeps everything chilled, but it won't keep the frozen. And if I put it on 4, it tends to start freezing the food inside the fridge. So my sort of way around that is to get a couple of cool packs, put them in the freezer with the frozen, keep it on 3 to 4 depending on how hot it is outside.
And you can run that on,
I can run that
mains and gas, isn't it?
Battery, gas, electric, or you can put it on automatic. You can adjust how cool or how not cool you want your fridge as well. It's absolutely brilliant. I love this is my favorite drawer, because obviously I like things neat, tidy, and this just keeps everything really neat, really tidy. I've got everything that I need. I've got my potato peeler, I've got my sharp knives, I've got my forks and my knives, I've got my spoons, and I've got my teaspoons. So absolutely fantastic. And then we have another, what I call my utility cupboard, and I keep all the bits for the caravan, fire extinguisher, extra thing for the bed to keep the bed together.
First aid kit in there as well.
First aid kit as well. So absolutely everything in there. That's my little utility cupboard, as I call it. Now we've also got, as you can see, I've repacked everything after the service. So I've got all my breakfast stuff, treats, washing up. You can get absolutely loads in there. Extra chopping board, wine glass. Treats, yes, definitely. And then in here, we've got obviously your paracetamol, very essential for when you've had the wine. Our cups, my draining board, chopping board. We've got obviously the Basecamp mats. We've got bowls, everything in here. This keeps it all from moving. We've got our little tea and obviously our Basecamp mugs as well.
Now the draining board and everything you got, was it B&M we got those from?
No, draining board I actually got from Middle Isle Lidl, your favourite place. And the chopping board we got from Middle Isle Lidl as well.
Good old Lidl. And then up there is for the solar. So that trickle feeds the battery even when the power is off.
And as you can see, you can fit absolutely loads in this cupboard. You know, there's more than a week's worth of food here, to be fair, and I'm not blocking that unit at all. There you go. So as you can see, we're in the bathroom. The shower is brilliant. What we tend to do is we take it out this holder and we place it in the sink when we're travelling so it doesn't swish around and water doesn't splash everywhere. We did put a little mat on there just because it's a lot easier. It's non-slip, it's got sucker pads on it so it doesn't move, absolutely fine. There's a nice big shower curtain, and as you can see it comes all the way round past your door, so you're not going to be splashing water into the caravan or getting any water anywhere else. There are two little LED lights, one at the back and one at the front, as you can see.
Nice cupboard.
And there is a lovely cupboard. There's also, and as you can see, I fit in here perfectly fine. There's my little scrunchies that I've got in there. That's my extra little light if you want it. There's also obviously your ventilation. Now there is a fly screen on it, as you can see. We have used it quite regular in the summer because they're still stuck to it. So there is a fly screen, but obviously you can move that and have that open if you want to whilst you're having a shower. We've got our cupboard, which I've got an extra bath mat. We've got our toothpaste, hand wash, shampoo, conditioner, all the rest of it in there as well, and that keeps everything from falling out as you're traveling, so absolutely fine. And again, we've got toilet roll holder, so toilet roll doesn't move whilst we're in travel as well, and just a nice little shower ring to hold our curtain in place when we're not using it.
Some extra features, we've put hook.
Yeah, we have put a hook in because it was the one thing we noticed, and there's one on the door as well. There was nowhere to hang your towel.
Now we think this is a bit of a redundant space.
It's a very redundant space, and ideally Swift could do with turning this into a bit of a sliding cabinet. So you slide one drawer one way, one drawer the other.
I think the other thing is, you know, we talked about when I was having a shower, I put stuff in the sink.
You put it in the sink.
That
would be absolutely.
Because of that curve, can you really stand something up in there?
You can't, but this is more than enough space to stand things in.
Now you would like that.
I would like this to fold. I would like that to turn, that to fold up, just so you've got a bit more room, so you're not knocking yourself when you're having a shower.
I'd like the fact I can put my gubbins in there.
You do, but you can put your gubbins here, dear, which is more than enough room. Although I will say now he has more gubbins than I do, so that might be a slight impossible for him.
Modern man, you see, modern man. Now there was a feature of the tap you thought could be better.
Yeah, the tap only comes just over the sink. I would ideally like a longer tap to go central, because when you're washing your hands, because the water's here, you end up putting water all over this bit, which is not really particularly brilliant, and you end up mopping it all up. So I would prefer a longer tap, so then when you're washing your hands, you're actually over the sink and you're not over your work surface. So I would like that personally.
And what do you think of the colour scheme in there?
I love this. I love this.
I think they have changed that colour, haven't they?
They've changed it, I think, to a beige. I don't like beige. There's too much beige in a caravan. I love the fact that this is this grey marble look effect. I mean, the walls here are beautiful. This is absolutely gorgeous.
And
the colour scheme is absolutely fab. The only other thing we did suggest was if Dave wanted to keep his static sink, then maybe a pushable out the way toilet, because as you can see, you're sort of caught between the toilet and the sink, which is why I thought it's better to have a swivel sink, because that's more than plenty to be able to have that tilt upwards, and then you're not banging your legs and your hips on sink and toilet. And it's probably easier to adjust the sink and less costly than it is to actually invent a pushback toilet.
Yeah, but
my thought.
As far as having a shower and everything is, I find it.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to sort of, rather than stand this way, you do have to stand that way, but that's absolutely fine, because for me that goes directly on the back of my hair, and I can do that no problem. But the only thing I find is I bash myself on the sink, which is why I wanted a swivel sink.
The other downside is obviously having long hair, which I don't have a problem with.
No, clearly
you're limited on how much hot water there is.
Yes, so unless you're hooked up to the mains, if you're on a fully serviced pitch, then obviously it becomes a bit of an issue.
It's still, because obviously
for the hot water, yeah.
So you get a couple of minutes, so sometimes
you just got to keep turning it on and off.
On and off.
Yeah, so it's like wet your hair, turn it off, shampoo it, turn it back on, rinse it out, turn it back off, get your conditioner in, turn it back on, rinse your conditioner out, because all us ladies know we need conditioner when you have long hair. So this is a really useful space. So as you can see, it houses the table here, and our fans are down there for the heater, and you've got your control panel, which you can see perfectly well, and yeah, it's a really good use. Possibly if you wanted to, you could get another mirror on here, and just, you know, one for doing your hair, shaving, whatever you wanted to do on there.
You could put some
handcoats up, yeah, but I mean, in all fairness, that's more than ideal for what we need. And even when we stopped a week away in Norfolk, absolutely fine.
Access to your aerial.
Yeah, nice easy access, no high shelves to try and reach.
All your gubbins there. There's your controls just here. So as long as those lights are on when the power's off, the solar panel will trickle feed. And then here. And
obviously here, nice easy, pull up.
You got
to get to all your other gubbins.
Can't quite see because it's dark, but all the gubbins are in there.
And that goes down quite nicely. And then you just lock it in place. So next we move on to storage. I happen to love the storage. Okay, so I did get asked, would I prefer cupboards or do I prefer the bags? In all fairness, I prefer the bags, because the bags will expand. So us ladies know we like to cram as much into cupboards and everything as we can. So if you had a stiff door, you'd be limited on how much you could get in, especially things like blankets, bedding, towels, things like that. This houses perfectly well. As you can see, absolutely loads. Spare toilet rolls, spare bungees, cleaning cloths, some extra cups. So this houses more than enough. And yes, you could get that in a cupboard. However, I can fit more in there if I want to, because I know that this can bulk out and be further than a cupboard door.
And the other thing is, if you were storing cans in there, you could actually take that shopping with it.
Yeah.
Use them as shopping bags.
Absolutely fine.
Or to the beach and
Yeah.
put your towel in
Put
there.
your towel in there, everything, and it's all wipeable, so absolutely fine. Can't do that with a cupboard. Also, I have in here, as you can see, everything.
The all-important kettle.
So we've got the kettle, I've got my little mirror that I use for popping my makeup on, extra candle, we've got the rechargeable pump in there as extra as well, and our Wi-Fi system, and our little squeegee for when we're doing the floor in the shower, and as you can see, my extra chopping board. This is a useful space, especially if it would be, I wouldn't be able to put this in here if it was a cupboard. So this is a useful space for literally storing my pillows. Because we all know pillows are quite bulky and they take up rather a large amount of room. This keeps my pillows out the way. It means I don't have to keep storing everything on the seats. We've got plenty of room for our seating. Absolutely fabulous. Again, Dave's cool bag. He loves this bag.
Lidl.
Yeah, little aisle. And look how much I can get in there. Now, if that was a limited cupboard, I probably couldn't get that much in there. And I love the fact that it'll just bulk out. This is so flexible to get absolutely everything in there, to be fair. And then you've got another little cubby hole here, which this is our winter quilt, which we will be swapping over when we start travelling again. Now, we've put extra was the television stand, which we put on, which is absolutely fabulous. Totally in the correct position because we just sit back, relax and watch the telly, which is super comfy. And the sofas are so long you can literally just sit down and put your feet up and you've got loads of room. It's literally like two single beds that you're just lying on. And you can either use them as two single beds or you can make it up into what is going to be basically a super king size bed, because that's what you do get. So another feature that we added was a little curtain rail. Because you're very limited on your shower space and it's just for washing, you need somewhere to dry. So rather than Dave stand in front of me in the buff in his birthday suit,
With all the blinds open.
So basically we decided we're going to do a screen because you can shut the door screen behind you like so, and you can actually shut that, and then when you turn round and put this across, total privacy.
Yes, and we put a mat on the floor as well.
Yeah, which is what the blue mat was that I showed you just. So the blue mat that I just showed you, we put that down. We love the windows because they are a soft click, and to anybody new to Basecamp, you have to open them really carefully. So when you open the window, you then have to listen really carefully for a click. And that was the click. So it's a really, really gentle, very hard to hear click, but that click ensures your window can stay open.
And the other feature is, it's raining today and we've had these open when it's been absolutely hammering it down and no rain comes in at all, does it?
It doesn't come in through the sides because these stop it. It's almost like a barrier because the window goes past that bit.
And it's like it's double glazed because you've got this covering on the inside, but then
obviously there's an outer layer as well, and then you just let that go back down again. And they're easy close. And then I love the fly screen. I'm forever using the fly screen. People think we've got tinted windows, but it's not, it's a fly screen.
yeah, it actually gives you a bit of privacy as
It does give you privacy, especially on the big back window, because so many people go, oh, is it tinted? We couldn't see in. And it's like, no, it's just the fly screen. And I love the fact that it's just the fly screen. So it's really good. We've also got obviously our little USBs on our lights. which not everybody notices.
No, I didn't straight away.
Okay, we've also got obviously our little tags here for when you want to hook up your bikes. So when you've put up the sofa and you hook up your bikes, you've got a strap where you can strap them in.
And there's also...
Those are the hooks that you can do onto the floor.
And if people watch our Norfolk video, they can
you'll see how we actually put the bikes in, and hence the reason for a back door, not a side door.
And you've got a unique bit of storage there where we keep our remote.
We do.
You can keep your maps in there.
Mobile phones, books, glasses, anything like that. They're
However,
all easy
if you
in
get
there.
yourself one of these, you can put your mobile phone on there.
Yes, you can.
And the link is in the description below.
So another handy, useful area is your little cubby hole. Now, I must admit, I do put everything in this little cubby hole. It does have USB, it does have another plug, and if you, I'll just come past. But if you are in need of some extra plugs, I'll just move that out the way. Then this also pulls up. You've got 1, 2, 3 extra plugs there.
It's also got, so you can put your wires
up that way as well. And then to just push it back, and it fits neatly back down. And then you can put your light back there. So overall, the Basecamp literally has everything you need. It's got the space, it's got the humongous bed, absolutely humongous bed. It's got a really, really decent sized kitchen, and when we were in Norfolk, there was a couple that were amazed at the size of our kitchen, and they actually said it was bigger. We had a bigger kitchen than their 4-berth caravan, and their caravan was longer. So they were impressed with just how much room we have on this kitchen. The shower, as I said, is a decent size, and although there's nowhere to come out and dry off, we've established that we can actually do that with a simple curtain rod and rail. Put a curtain screen there, just put your kitchen window, block your door, you've got privacy to get dry.
So guys, on this particular model, the panel is quite easy to look at and use. So there we're displaying the time. Press home and you've got your settings for your lighting, you've got your power. So there we're charging at the moment. Now, because our caravan is on the drive, I've got it plugged in and I bought an adapter which goes into the mains, which is on a circuit breaker. So every week I actually give this a charge, so we keep the battery charged up, but also run the heating as well, so to prevent any damp. Now the recent report we had, there was 0 damp, was there, on the survey, so we keep that going and I run it for a few hours, and you've got all your environmental controls. You've got your whale heater, so your hot water and your heater, which we've got at the moment, and then you've got this stereo. We don't really use a stereo, do we?
We don't, but only because we use this caravan exactly what it's meant to be. It's a base, hence called Basecamp. It's a base. 9 times out of 10, if it's not hammering it down with rain, sometimes even if it is hammering it down with rain, we're out and about. We love to explore, we love going biking, we love going hiking, we love going canoeing. So it suits our purpose. It just suits us down to the ground.
And it's really toasty in here, isn't it?
And it's absolutely lovely. This heater in this caravan is absolutely amazing.
What was the coldest we went down to?
-5. So, and we were lovely and toasty.
And that was in North Yorkshire, wasn't it?
It was in North Yorkshire. So yeah, we were further up north as well.
And if you're wanting to off-grid, this actually, at the moment we've got an electric, but it does run on gas as well. So I've just got it on that setting, same with the water. Another feature we've added is this Kuma Connect 4G light. We've got it on EE, and again, link in description, and this just gives you extra Wi-Fi, and it does work quite well. We have the telly, my computer, tablet, all connected up. So see the link in the description below and take a look. it is worth the extra little bit of investment, especially if you are wanting the extra Wi-Fi, etc.
Which you wanted in the Norfolk Broads, because you found that in the Norfolk Broads their signal is diabolical.
We found on a lot of sites, especially motorhome caravan club sites, they restrict the Wi-Fi to get you to pay for it. With this, we've got an EE subscription, SIM. The kit does come with a SIM card, so you can use that. But we've got EE, our phones are on EE. Yes, you could tether your phone, but we've had a lot of problems with tethering different bits and pieces too, like having the telly on, etc. It isn't always as reliable. That is the dedicated bit of kit. So it's all good, and obviously you've got your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, as you can see, just flash. So this is like the NASA control centre, if you like, here. And it's all accessible, all easy to use as well, and obviously read the instruction manual.
And another benefit to the Basecamp too is, if you turn around, we have our mattress topper for our bed. Now this fits beautifully underneath this table. It's sturdy as anything, it's not going to move about, and that saves us having to pack it in the car every single time. So all I did was buy a fleece cover to go over it to protect it, and then underneath, most people don't notice it, but underneath is actually our quilt. So the quilt's here, the mattress topper's here. You don't have to fill your boot, you don't have to fill your car. And you see people, they're going on holiday, and you can tell they're going on holiday because their back window's blocked with bags and sleeping bags and God knows what. You don't need to do any of that with the Basecamp. It's here.
Where did we get that idea?
And we got that thanks to Andy and Polly of the Travel Northerners. Thank you, guys.
I'm sure it was more Polly.
It was probably more Polly, yeah. So really good suggestion, and it's a really good idea. It keeps everything neat, stacked, out the way, and as I said, you're not having to pile on everything into your car or your boot. One other thing, guys, if you've seen our previous videos, vlogs that showed about the brewery, and I bought, if you recall, a little Black Sheep vodka, little Black Sheep gin, and then we bought a mat and we said wait until you see what it is. Well, I'm happy to show you. That was the one. So whether or not you got the Monty Python gag, I don't know. But Dave wanted a table mat, so we got that.
So Caz, overall, what is the base to beyond score for this caravan?
So the base to beyond score for this caravan is 9.75.
9.75?
Out of 10,
Well,
yeah.
I'm going to give it a 10. I know a lot of the scores we give, we disagree.
We do.
And I'm usually one doing lower. But I am going to give it a 10 because now we've tried it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely spot on. However, there has been a couple of little niggles.
Hence my score of 9.75.
Yeah, we've had, and again, it's a mass-produced caravan, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And working in the caravan industry myself, I know now how they're manufactured, etc. And I know timings and all that. So we've had little screws fall out.
Yeah, we've had a few of the screws fall out of the panelling, but tiny niggles,
And I noticed on the toilet some of the ceilings come off, well, you just noticed. We've also, when we bought it, we had a problem with the grill, which was all done through warranty.
It was.
So thank you to Yorkshire Coast Caravans.
Yep, hi.
who sorted it all out. It's had its first service.
It has.
And again, thank you to Yorkshire Coast Caravans.
They are superb. They are 100% service.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And again, no issues. And part of our package when we bought this caravan, because we bought it at the Harrogate show last year, was we get the first year service.
Yeah, free.
Done. Well,
included.
We probably paid
included.
For it. We probably paid for it.
Yeah.
You mentioned the sink cover.
Yeah, it needs a slightly bigger lip, on it.
So
there's basically this is the only thing that is holding your lip on, basically. Because I noticed in some caravans in the motorhome show, they actually have a ridge. This doesn't have a ridge, and this is not big enough, long enough. I don't know what you want to call it.
It comes off in transit.
But yeah, but it flies off. I'm always, I mean, that you'd think would be sturdy enough, but it doesn't. You go over a bump, if it lifts off, it then goes flying around in the caravan. So that is a big niggle for me, because I'm always picking it up off the floor. But I'm also, it worries me about causing any damage. Because obviously it's such a small space for it to fly off into. It could damage something, and I'm always a bit dubious of that. So I would like to see either a proper lip or some sort of clipping system where you press it down and clip it into place for travelling. So that would be good as well.
We'd like to see, on a lot of caravans you've got the
Extra work surface.
That would be something we'd like to see.
Or, as I said before, maybe attach like a swivel out table, so it goes above, so it's not blocking the little cubby hole, but it goes above and you can still fit your kettle on it.
I think a nice touch would actually be put like a rail in there.
A proper rail.
Slide your sort of vanity, not vanity screen, privacy screen.
Privacy screen.
Across. So if somebody is here, they've got, obviously, Caroline does her makeup and she sometimes uses that little table, so you want maximum light in. Well, the last thing you want, especially when I've been in the shower and I come out and I'm getting dry here because of the space, is everybody seeing me in my birthday suit. So a screen there for me would be a big bonus, because it does. And you do see it on other caravans where you've got something, just a
little folding doors or something like that. A little screen. Doesn't cost a lot. It's a little flimsy thing, but it'll cover. It'll go across.
We bought these from B&M, about 20 quid, maybe less.
Oh, it was less than that. Yeah. It was. I think it was £10, eight or £10 for this, and about £2 something for that. Nothing expensive. Yeah. My one request change would be for assistance in pulling out the bed, because as you get later on in years, shall we say, rather PC of me, getting down to
knees.
Yes, and I'm afraid us nurses do suffer with backs and knees, so I'd like to see like a set of wheels on the back rods, so then you can put like your wheels down, easy roll out, attach your two bits, and then put your front legs down to secure it. So it's still secure, it's still not moving, so you haven't got the wobble, but it just makes it on a runner, so it's a bit easier to pull out to make that bed up, because it is a bit of a fight when you're trying to get it sort of initially out. I mean, I've got it down to a fine art now, so it's not too much of a fight for me anymore.
Always worth setting the bed up before you go to the pub, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Just a little tip there.
Yes, we have slept on it just as a sofa before now, because neither of us have been in a fit state to make the bed.
So just a little tip. So overall, we think the Swift Basecamp is amazing.
Yeah.
It is. This is our first year of owning a Swift Basecamp. It is also our first year of caravanning. We've never gone caravanning before. The last time I remember caravanning was back in the 80s or the 70s, or both, with my parents, and caravans were leaky, damp, nothing worked.
Condensation everywhere, so freezing cold.
Come on amazingly. I mean, we've been out in the winter in this. We've experienced -5. We've been out in rain, sun, everything, and it's been comfortable.
Yeah.
Now the last thing I'd like to talk about is awnings.
Yes.
We've bought 2.
We have bought 2. We've bought the Van Gogh 2 awning, which we love. We do love it.
even though we had problems setting it up, and again, look at some
the very first time.
look at one of our first early videos, and you'll see the
we didn't have a
chaos.
clue what we were doing with it. We didn't even know where to attach
No.
it. Yeah, we knew there was a rail at the back, and that was about it.
It's a big awning.
It is a very big awning.
It is designed for the Swift Basecamp too, and it gives you loads of space.
And it was that big we could actually fit both our bikes in a bike holder and still have room for our chairs, table, eat our dinners.
It's our go-to awning.
It is our go-to awning.
If we're staying in this for a week.
Yes.
Now we have got another awning.
The Falcon Air 200. We bought that just for quick weekend getaways, quick and easy to put up. Literally takes about 2-3 minutes to put up.
And that's been good as well, isn't it?
It has. It's not as spacious. It doesn't have the little garage like the Van Gogh 2. It doesn't have the room like the Van Gogh 2. But you are able to get 2 chairs and a table in it. Absolutely fine. Just for that extra room. So then if we do want to just keep the bed up, we can.
Yeah. So again, a couple of awnings gives you the extra space. It is, if your budget allows, it is worth it, I think.
Yeah.
To have the awning. If we just went away and it's winter, we probably won't bother with the awning because it's drying it out if it's been raining. This is fine. In the summer, when you want to sit outside, have barbecues and whatnot, or just have that extra space if we take our bikes, canoes, we just want a bit of extra space, is the awning goes on. My grumble with a lot of holiday parks is an awning is like a tent, yet a lot of places won't let you pitch on the grass.
No,
What's all that about?
Which is a bit weird. And a lot of places don't realise that a Basecamp 2, 4 or 3, their doors are on the back.
It's at the back.
The awning is on the back, not the side, the back. So we do need a longer pitch because we do get a bit of a funny look, and I have to make sure that whenever I book anywhere, that when they say how long is your caravan, even though our caravan's only 5 metres, we have to then add another 2 metres on for the awning. So I have to actually request a long pitch so we can actually put an awning on. Because I did make the mistake once, didn't I, of not doing that, and I put that our caravan was only 5 metres.
We had to park out.
And then we had to park it actually diagonally in the pitch. And then the campsite owner was like, "Oh, my grass," and I was like, "Oh my God, seriously, I'm not on your grass." And so, and that's the bit I don't get. I get that you don't want your grass ruined, but then make your pitches bigger, or let people go on the grass.
But the problem is getting your pegs in.
Yeah.
Because it's all hardcore.
And if you've had a really dry summer, like you have this summer, oh my God, trying to get your pegs in to hard standing is horrendous.
It is. We've broke quite a few. And we've got the thick pegs.
Yeah, we even bought like super strong for like extra for hard, really tough hard standing, and still we had trouble trying to get the pegs in. So yeah, I mean that is a bit of a niggle. But what I will say overall about the Basecamp 2, if you own a Basecamp 2, you are going to struggle to pick a next one because the space, you'll be looking for the same amount of space, and unless you're going to get top of the range premium, you're not going to get the space.
We think for the small caravan range, when we've looked at Bailey, we've looked at
Knaus.
We've looked at all sorts of little caravans.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, this blows all of them out the water.
It does. This is the premium of small caravans.
Yeah, I think this is better than all the others.
I do.
Personally.
Yeah.
And we looked at several, didn't we, before we bought this?
Yeah. We went all round the Harrogate show looking at the latest small caravans last year. And this was actually the top notch. We loved the space, we still do, which is why we struggled to try and find something else to go with it. So the only one request that I have was a pre-made bed. That was the only other request I had because, as I said, nurses, we suffer with our backs and our knees, and I ain't getting any younger. I wish I was, but I'm not. So at some point we will have to give up this luxury. of the base camp too,
Towing?
which we absolutely love.
Towing?
Towing, I hardly recognise I'm towing, to be fair.
It's really easy. And I have towed.
You just don't realise you're towing until you go down a really small road, and then you realise, oh, whoops, got a caravan on the back.
Does it need a motor mover? If you're fit and healthy and no injuries or anything like that, I would say no, it's quite easy to push.
We move ours on and off our drive all the time.
Yes, it'd be an advantage, but just remember it does add weight. So our car is a Ford C-Max, and it's not at capacity for the base camp. If you start adding things, it will add. So, and that affects what you can put in the caravan when you're towing, because obviously you have to pack safely so you can tow safely. At this stage, it's not a game changer not having a motor mover or anything like that, but I think more caravans are having them standard now. We were talking to Elco at the show, and they were talking about that, but also on the bigger caravans, stabilisation.
We did look at an Explorer whilst we were at the Caravan and Motorhome show, and they were actually putting motor movers in for free.
So I think that will become a thing, and the stabilisation to automatically do will become normal eventually. It'll become a standard product. And
luckily that was an option that you can do when we spotted the Swift Alpine 4 that we actually took a bit of a shine to. That even though we have to compromise lounge space, you do get your pre-made bed, which it depends on your preference on, you know, if you don't mind making your bed, that's fine. If you do and you want the lounge space, then this is the caravan for you. But this is our next step for when my knees start getting worse.
But for having a smaller car, and again check your logbook,
towing weight,
because you know, another video, again go back to our early videos, you'll see the disaster I had with the car and got it all wrong. Very. It is a nice little caravan. It's easy to move about. It's like a TARDIS inside. You've got plenty of space, haven't you? You've cooked a full 3-course Sunday meal.
I did.
For my
proper chicken dinner.
Yeah, for my parents and ourselves.
Yep.
And again, using the big oven, and we all sat in there, fantastic. So it can
be done
easily. Quite
your
easily.
Parents were amazed.
I would always recommend the Swift Basecamp too.
Oh, we love it. We love it.
I think it's amazing, an amazing caravan, and really, it's give us because we are new to caravanning. And this way of life, doing this, it has kept our enthusiasm, hasn't it?
It has, and we just feel spoilt with it. We do. We just feel spoilt with it. There is no other van that we feel compares to it. We love the space, we love the lounging about, we love the fact that it's so nice and warm, it's cosy, we can fit everything in it that we need to. We don't need to put anything extra in the car.
Fits on our drive.
Fits on our driveway, we can push it and about here, there and everywhere. We've done that on so many hard standing places, and we've just manually moved it with no issue whatsoever. You know, we're not there having to tug it, you know, you don't have to have gone to the gym for that, you know. It is easy to move.
So finally, guys, thank you very much. This is our what we think of the Swift Basecamp 2 after almost a year of ownership and using it, and we've used it a lot.
We have used it.
People always say we got our money's worth.
Oh yeah.
Certainly have. And the usual, please
subscribe. It's free.
And it does help smaller channels like ourselves. YouTube, keep messing about with the algorithms, and to get our videos out, we need people to subscribe, we need people to like, and there's a new feature called hype. So if you have that feature, please hype, and it just pushes the video out more. This means small creators like ourselves will keep producing videos. If you don't subscribe or do these things, unfortunately the small creators will go, because you know, it gets harder and harder.
They'll just assume that you're not interested, you don't want to learn about anything.
And it does.
And this is a really good way that if you are new to caravanning, or you're considering it or thinking about it, then this is an excellent opportunity to learn about the do's, the don'ts, the niggles you can have and come across. the issues you might need, how to book, everything. So it's almost like a virtual guide.
Yeah.
We are giving you a virtual guide about caravanning, about the base camp, anything you need to know about the base camp, all the niggles that we've come across, the best places to go, other things that we've seen, campsites. We review loads of campsites. We're always doing that.
Please comment as well. You know,
Yeah.
if there's anything you want us to cover, let us know. If you've got any questions, on our main page there is our email address, and we do respond to all messages and emails.
Yeah.
You know, so please let us know if you've got any questions at all about the base camp, any places we've been, and what would you like to see more of next year?
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, are there some sites that you totally recommend? Are there some sites where you think, ooh, you're going to struggle to get in there? We have been in a few that we've struggled to get in, admittedly, already. But you'll see that on previous vlogs that we've done as well. So check them out, see what you think, add a comment. You know, good, bad. We're open to any comments and any suggestions on how to improve it. So yeah, please subscribe, comment.
Keep it respectful though. We have had some comments in our earlier videos like, you people shouldn't be towing, that shouldn't be allowed. Well, quite honestly, I don't give a crap what your opinion is on that, because we will tow and we will use the caravan. So keep it positive, you know, because you do get trolls who want to make...
You get your keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
We know that. You get your keyboard warriors who are just going to dish you no matter what. But we're hoping that this channel develops into a really useful guide, a really useful tips on about caravanning, about any problems we come across, about campsites that are good, bad, that we think actually this warrants a video review. Food reviews, we do that whilst we're out and about as well.
We're going to do next year, we're going to do some, Caroline, it's going to do some like cooking tips and that for the caravan. So we're going to actually do a bit of cooking, baking.
Don't burn it. There's a
well,
good tip.
Stuff like that. So we're going to add some new stuff into what we're doing. So we've whittled it on long enough, I think. That's it.
I think we have waffled quite a lot.
So thank you very much. Do all the things we've just mentioned, subscribing, etc. And to our bit, we'll see you again. Thank you.